All right, so did Georgia create its own version of gang culture, or is it just borrowing identities from other states and adding prison politics to it?
I think it. I think at first it borrowed, but now it's kind of created its own.
And it's like a monster.
I would say I wouldn't say it's a monster. It's just new. Like the like people be trying to be mad at the Georgia Department, but this gang stuff is still kind of new to the Department of Corrections. When you got gangs, when you all right, let's take California, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've been banging since the '60s and the '70s. There's nothing new about that in the Department of Corrections. This shit just started happening what in the 2000s?
Yeah, but you think that they didn't know that it was coming? You think they ain't communicated?
I mean, they probably could have, bro, because you know, at first, bro, you had police departments calling California asking what the hell a blood and a Crip was
Right.
in the '80s and the '90s.
Right. So you think that there's not a think tank, like they don't know what's going on?
Yeah, but what they gonna do about it? You can't stop it. Them
Yeah,
folks live there.
I think
Y'all just stay. That's how they look at it. At the end of the day, this is my home, and you're just a visitor. That's how they looking at it.
If they wanted to stop it, they could stop it.
They're not gonna stop it though.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But if they wanted to stop it, they
I'm
could
not
stop
gonna say the prison because the prison, I think the warden is still at the prison. But when the wardens are crooked, what you gonna do? Like I said, I ain't finna say the prison name, but bro, it's a prison where a warden is at active right now. This man is
with the shits.
Man, you can, from my understanding, my partner told me you could walk up to him and say, "I want that girl." He gonna tell you $5,000. He pimping the damn prison guards.
That's crazy.
And it's a level 5 camp. So what can you say? When there's bad government, you got cricket.
So what you're saying is there's a warden right now.
There's a warden.
Not the one who went down at Smith State Prison.
No,
there was a warden that
Smith.
went down for I guess being a dope man or something.
Nah, it's one, he doing everything, but he famous for knowing he pimping the guards. The female guards. You give him $5,000, he will make it to where you have as long as you need to nut.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is going on.
That's crazy. I did hear, I talked to somebody, they was locked up, but he was telling me that a female guard, bro, can get you knocked off.
Yeah, you gotta think about that's anywhere though, bro. That's anytime you got pussy around, they can get you knocked off. This is what goes on the streets.
True.
Yeah, all the girl gotta do is hop on your dick and let her tender dick ass boyfriend say he gonna kill you. She know what she did when she did it. Women way more smarter than we give them a chance. They're emotional, but they're smart as hell.
Bro, the whole system is corrupted.
Yeah.
At this rate.
So if the system is corrupted, where's your peace at?
I mean, it's none until somebody get in there and decide that it's gonna be some peace. It's supposed to be having a governor election, I guess next year or something.
Man, that ain't gonna do nothing when you got stuff like that walking around. You got a man that's been in, to be a warden, bro, you can't just go up in there and be a warden. You gotta have damn near 20, 30 years.
Not no more.
Oh, not no more?
I'm just saying, like, if you just look at the ages of some of the wardens.
They've been in there 10, 15.
You think so?
I mean,
I don't know. I'm just talking out loud.
I mean, some of them, when I say the warden, I don't mean the warden of security. I mean like the warden.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen no young warden. They in their 50s. You know what I'm saying? You could start being a correction officer when you 18 years old.
Okay.
So, you know.
At what point does gang loyalty stop being loyalty and start becoming slavery to another man's decisions?
Say that one more time. I want to make sure I got that one right.
At what point does gang loyalty stop being loyalty and start becoming slavery to another man's decisions?
It's when you let that dictate your life. When you start looking at gangs as religions and you just wake up to live for your color of your flag, then that's when it's a problem. But I think all of us did that at one point.
What you mean?
At one point, man, when I was younger, I used to wake up.
Let's say you was a super crip.
Yeah, back in my days, I was some serious.
Why was people referring to you as a super crip?
Because, like, my whole thing is, you got to think about it, bro. At my peak, I didn't, and then I still don't. At my peak, I don't smoke, I don't drink. And I didn't smoke, I didn't drink, and I'm going by the rules, bro. We ain't supposed to be telling, no homosexuality, you know what I'm saying?
You still eat a little ass.
I ain't eating no ass, nigga.
Alright. This white one.
Nah.
Kind of.
I eat a black woman's pussy though. Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Alright. Super crip.
Yeah, but at my peak of my era when I first met you, bro, I'm not goddamn snitching, homosexual. I ain't going for none of that. You know what I'm saying? And if I call you out and I see you doing something, like you couldn't even smoke hard drugs around me without me saying something to you. You think you finna be doing coke in my face? Fuck no. Not at that peak.
Okay. But isn't there a certain degree of required loyalty in gangs? So where you have to.
It's supposed to be, but that goes back to when your inner system is broken. Sometimes you gotta make the rules up as you go. That's just like we talk about with the warden, right? The warden, that's his prison. You can come in there. I could be a clean officer. I can come in there, but if everybody is dirty and I'm not, two things gonna happen to me. I'm either gonna quit or I'm gonna die. That's the game. That's the inner system. So as that, if you take somebody that's a crip, right, and they come in the set, the nigga that just got put down is doing everything right, but the person that put you down, he's not doing everything right. Why are you gonna keep listening to him?
I don't know why you would. Are most young dudes joining gangs in Georgia for protection, identity, money, or just...
Identity? I can't even say it protection. Now I think a lot of these folks, they don't know who they is. They don't. I ain't even gonna say it's for protection now. I think maybe if we would say that 4 or 5 years ago, but now I think it's for identity and it's more trendy.
You use that word trendy a lot. You really think that it's just a style? It just...
Man, you have suburb people that's growing up in big houses.
You're saying just because a person grew up in a big house don't mean that they can't be just as ignorant as somebody growing up in the projects.
Back in the days, that wasn't usual. That's usual now. You telling me if I grew up in a mansion, I'm a street nigga?
So I'm not sure as to what a street nigga is, cause it just...
I know it's so many. You know what I'm saying? It's so many things. Like for example, when I say big house, I don't mean this house.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I mean like a big house.
This house inside that house.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I know some people that grew up in houses like this, but they still was in bad neighborhoods.
Right.
So that doesn't count. What I'm saying, you ain't gonna find no mansion in no bad neighborhood. You're telling me that your parent got a vacation house in this state, a vacation house in this state, and a main house in this state that's 4,000 or 5,000 square feet, and you telling me that you just this hard
gang?
Yeah, that's what's going on now. That's why I say it's trendy.
Yeah, but just because a person not poor don't mean they can't be no real street person, right?
I mean, I guess now, no, because I mean, didn't you have to be poor? That's what it was, right? You was
I don't
ghetto.
know.
You was from the hood. If you staying in a mansion, you know what I'm saying. And I'm not okay. So let me get this clear. You got some rich people that sell drugs. Like I know this rich white guy. He sold drugs. I didn't understand it, but he was a preppy white guy.
Mm-hmm.
You can never tell that you would never tell by looking at him that he was a drug dealer. But he just kind of fell into that. And he said he liked it and he kept going. And I asked him, I said, well, do you look at yourself as a street person? He said, no. All my clientele is preppy people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sell to nobody black.
Just like that.
Just like that. So would I look at him as a street nigga even though he done made a whole bunch of money? No, I wouldn't. He's selling to the Ivy League.
If you joined the gang at 11 years old,
Mm-hmm.
if you could redo it, would you still join?
Yep.
Why?
You gotta understand, my dad did 16 years in prison. I didn't have no man up in the house. And there's only so much my mama can teach me.
Yeah, but you understanding how some of this stuff go.
I joined the gang to have a male role model around me. I didn't join the gang for the other stuff. I had good male role models around me. I had Took, I had Blue, I had good. I got my partner T. I had good role models around me. Like
If
good
you had
people.
an 11-year-old son, would you recommend that he join the gang?
No.
Why?
Who the hell wants their son to be a part of
Let's
the
just say you see an 11-year-old and he's in a bad situation and he's poor and he ugly.
Who that is?
I'm just asking, bro. Would you recommend that he get into a gang?
I wouldn't recommend it, but I can't stop it either. Who I'm
Try
gonna
to
tell?
stop it.
This how I look at it. Who I'm gonna tell somebody that I did it? Could nobody stop me by doing it? I believe in practicing what I preach. A lot of people join the gang for protection. They join the gang for family. They joined the gang for all sorts of reasons. I joined the gang to have male role models, male peers, because there was no males in my house. If there was a male that came around, he was gay because my mother was gay. I joined a gang strictly to have some type of male role model. I didn't join the gang for protection.
So you're saying you could have went to
cool.
the YMCA and met a coach or something.
If that coach would have got me, you know what I'm saying, at a time, I probably would be playing sports or football or something like that.
Okay, I got you. But the gang culture can't be curbed at this point in time.
I don't think it is, bro. Especially when you go back, bro, you got T.I. kids throwing up gang signs. Yeah, if you go back to their early, if you go up to they early, like when they was teenagers and stuff on the show, they was throwing up neighborhood.
Do Bloods and GDs in Georgia hate each other the way people think they do?
I think, yeah, depending on certain areas you go to, cause I ain't gonna cap them Milledgeville people. The Bloods and the GDs going at it like cats and dogs.
Have you ever had a run-in with the Goodfellas?
Yeah, I had a run-in with them when I was in juvenile, but they weren't called the Goodfellas at first. They went GF at first. They was getting called 30 Deep.
I thought 30 Deep was the guys who were stealing all the stuff at the stores.
You know, 30 Deep was, you know, they got different names, but 30 Deep that's what the original old niggas, I believe, called themselves. And then you got the GF, then you got the mob.
Well, you call a lot of people old, bro. But go ahead.
before I was rudely interrupted
Right.
by an old nigga. Yeah, but that's what, like, when I was in juvenile, they were calling themselves 30 deep. Now I know it's GF or the mob. I don't really know too much about that to speak on their history, so y'all don't slap me up in them comments, because I don't know. I just know they used to call themselves GF. I mean 30 deep.
Right. Okay. Were there other, when you joined the gang, were there other options, or were you exposed primarily to Crips?
I mean,
Was it
yeah,
like
it
wasn't a competitive type thing? Or?
It was always competitive, but I've always been the type of person to where I seen how things was going. Like, everybody, when I was younger, everybody was GD in the blood. I mean, a GD in the Crip. There was never been known to be no Bloods at all. Like, seeing one of them was like seeing a celebrity.
Yeah.
And I seen that, but I would have never became anything else, because my favorite color is blue. So I don't never really.
Is your favorite color blue before you joined the game?
You can ask my mom. My favorite color always been blue.
You know, the crazy part is I ain't never seen you with blue on.
I try not to wear it now. I actually wear a whole different other color because I don't want to get characterized. I do a lot of walking, so I can't get, what's the word I'm looking for? By the police.
Profile?
Yeah, I can't get profiled. I do a lot of walking. So I try to avoid that color at all costs.
Y'all have to pay dues?
Man, there's some niggas paying dues. I don't do that shit.
What you mean?
Like, some niggas, they oh yeah, they paying dues. They doing all that, but you really getting extorted, bro. I'm not finna pay to join no game. Yo due is $30, $40. Who the fuck finna pay to join the game? That's not what it's about, bro.
You paying for your protection?
Who?
I don't know.
Butler, I almost forgot I was on camera.
What would scare gang leadership more? A war with each other, or a real movement where young men stop joining altogether?
What would scare? I don't think that really would scare a lot of people if people wouldn't join it no more. I think a lot of people would be happy. Hell, I would be happy, because that means we're a dying breed. Nigga ain't gotta deal with this goofy shit that's going on.
It's the most violent gang in Georgia.
That's hard to say.
Why?
Because, like, everybody's violent in their own way. Like, in prison system, bro, the GDs might be more militant. Or they might prepare, so when I was in prison, bro, I seen the GDs do this, but now everybody do this now, according to my partner. So the GDs, what they used to do is they used to go to each dorm, and they used to have, if it was a GD in each dorm, the head GD used to have them do a count on all the gangs.
Oh,
so they know the numbers. They was the first one I seen do that shower duty shit, to where they're watching. Shower duty is basically when people stand out there, you take your shower and then the next person get in. Like, them the first people I seen do that. They send all the gangs in certain camps doing that. They the first gang that I really seen, in my opinion, I seen have mandatory workout.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then you got the Muslims. The Muslims consider a gang in prison too. They might be them the GDs, you might consider them the most disciplined.
So if Muslims have a gang or a community of protectors, why do you think the Christians don't?
That's a good question. My whole thing with that, being a Muslim, bro, and chain gang is always looked frowned upon because it ain't nothing but gang dropouts, child molesters, and all that. Like, let's say somebody commit a rape charge or child molestation charge. The only thing they gotta do is when they go to that camp, hey, bro, I want to take my shahada. All that, oh, he's a child molester, I'm finna kill him. All that shit go out the window. Let's say somebody snitch. I done seen somebody do this. This was funny. So it was a dude in Milledgeville. He was on his walk to be a blood, and he had told on all his co-defendants, and he was in my room, in my cellmate Red room. He was like, yeah, I'm finna become a Muslim. We just knew he told. He was just in the room the whole time. Like, he didn't even fuck with us first. But he started coming in our room after he couldn't fuck with them no more. And they realized that he told, you know what I'm saying? So what they did, I thought they was gonna get on his ass and beat him up. But they ain't do that. He kind of just faded in our room, and my roommate was like, bro, why this nigga keep coming to the room? I was like, whatever they got going on, they ain't got nothing to do with us. We finna take our ass home. That ain't our rap. So he just kept coming in our room, and he was just like, you know how somebody keep talking and they'll eventually tell on themselves? He was like, well, first off, I didn't tell, and if I did tell, shit, what they gonna do about it? I'm a Muslim now. And I was like, yeah, he told.
Let me ask you this. Why are there so many new Muslims in Atlanta?
Because, bro, there's a lot of new Muslims in Atlanta because a lot of them coming back from chain gang, and they becoming Muslims, bro. A lot of them bad in the gang world. A lot of them might be homosexuals. A lot of them gang dropouts. A lot of them snitches. They can't go back to what they want to do, so that's what they doing now. But then it's a lot of Muslims in Atlanta. Rollo could be the reason, because Rollo got a big fan base, and he is giving people. He done built his own masjid to where he giving people shahadas.
What's a shahada actually?
You know how Christians say baptize?
Yeah. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.